Hello. Welcome once again to another episode of the What You've Been Watching podcast. I am your host, the absolutely soaked, terrified, huddling in the corner, fearing the oncoming storm, marvelous Mike Dudley. Joined as always by my co-host, cohort, and youngest brother,
MD3 Marcus Dudley, checking in on you. What is going on out there in podcast land? We are broadcasting live from the What You Been Watching studios right here on the about to be torrentially downpoured south side of Tallahassee in the shadows of Doak Campbell Stadium, which kicks off in Orlando this Sunday. But by the time you hear this, we'll already be 1-0 as a university. So, how are you today,
I
my
love
brother?
the confidence.
Oh, dude, we're good.
I love the assurance.
I ain't tripping out. Smash cut to 2 weeks later. Man, fuck this goddamn team. Anyways, how are you, my brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just, trying to get through the insanity of, oncoming hurricane, and we got students arriving and they don't know how to drive because they're idiots and they've never seen a goddamn roundabout before and have no idea what to do and can't understand the concept that, like, speed limits in Tallahassee are just sort of suggestions, not really, like, by the law.
I'll have 2 points to that.
Uh-huh.
One, you know what'll make you feel better and what always makes me feel better?
Drugs?
Yes, but our intro song, Kesta, Always Bright.
You know what?
It always seems to take my mind off of shitty drivers and put me in the mood for some What You've Been Watching.
Well,
so I just wanted to give a big shout out to Kesta, Always Bright, one of our lovely intro music. And also, when I stare at that lovely banner that you could probably see right now as you listen to this podcast,
that is a pretty
brother,
banner.
who does all that?
That would be MK Dudley Art. You can find him at mkdudleyart.com.
Yeah, and find us on facebook.com. You can find us at Dudley Bros Podcast.
That's right.
And
or What You've Been Watching podcast at What You've Been Watching at gmail.com.
Let's try that one more time. It is What You Been Watching podcast at gmail.com. We almost made a smooth transition into all of our.
Fool.
Oh, you did?
No.
Yeah, What You Been Watching podcast at gmail.com. You can find us there, or Michael was selling oysters that he caught down in Carabel the other day. The whole bushel, $40.
That's right. I got a road sign and everything.
Yeah.
Sitting up there just smoking my pipe and,
Selling,
watching the world go by.
Selling these saltwater boogers. Anyways, what has been up there, man? I think Florida gets a bad rap because, well, one, there are shitty drivers here, but two, everyone's a transplant, so everyone brings their shitty style of driving from whatever shitty city they're from here. Yeah, and it's a nightmare. But
and then you just couple it together with people who are like, they're moving in from like Nebraska or Oklahoma, like, hey man, I've never been in a hurricane before, man. How bad is it gonna be, man? Like, you got booze, you got some weed, you got some board games and candles, you got some canned soup. You're gonna be all right. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Trust me, you live on campus. They're going to keep your shit running.
Yeah, you'll be
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Come live out in the boonies next to me where the power goes out if a squirrel farts.
Yeah, likewise, Kevin. Well, as you can hear, we are sipping on the finest Courvoisier and Bobby Boucher money can buy. Mm-hmm. This is going to be what we call a true What You've Been Watching episode, as we've hit you guys with a little bit of structure recently. Or not really, but whatever. So yeah, we'll be sipping the finest Courvoisier money can buy. And Michael, the reason why everybody tunes in week out, they need to know. What you been watching, my brother?
My man, I have been kind of on a kids movie kick lately, just because hanging out with children's, not like illegally or nothing. But
right. It's a welcoming environment.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted me there.
Right.
But recently saw a movie that I was really impressed by, and I didn't think it was going to be. I saw Puss in Boots: The Final Wish.
DreamWorks animation, great. Puss in Boots.
Yeah, the Shrek spin-off movie. He got his own little. I think he did 2 movies.
I think this is the third.
The third one. Yeah,
okay. I think so. I know I saw the first one. I liked them though. I like all the Shrek universe movies. They're very much so intended for adults as well. So
yeah, there's a lot of innuendos and stuff like that as far as little kids won't get it, and not even so much innuendos and like double entendres and stuff like that, but just like little sly like reading jokes or just the way a character carries, like visual jokes that only adults would get.
Right. I remember when he got arrested, Puss in Boots in Shrek 2. and a catnip bag fell out.
Right.
And he's like, that's not mine. That's not mine. And like, kids don't know what the fuck that was.
Right,
Like,
right. Yeah, there's in this he gets drunk on leche.
Oh, leche, yeah.
I'm actually really starting to appreciate Antonio Banderas as a voice actor. Like, I think if you give him, like, I wouldn't want him to be doing like different voices, but if you like his voice for the right character is completely entrancing. Like,
no, I agree. It's like Chris Parnell of used to do Saturday Night Live, and now he does he's Jerry he's an Archer, on Rick and Morty, and fucking he's pretty much does a pretty close version of his voice, but it works really well for those characters.
Sure,
so.
yeah.
Antonio Banderas, you definitely know who it is when you hear it.
Yeah, I actually based my one of my D&D characters off of the Antonio Banderas voice. My Lothario bard who just goes around seducing the women's and performings.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's a fun character, and it's a really fun kids movie. It gets really dark.
I heard it's like thematically, like the themes and the overarching themes of it all is like about facing your own mortality and coming to grips with your own life.
So
and all
long
kinds
story
of stuff.
short, Puss in Boots ends up spending 8 of his 9 lives in foolish ways, and, like laughing in the face of death, so to speak, and comes to realize, like, oh shit, I got one more left, and then almost immediately is stalked by a hooded, white wolf who's carrying these 2 like sickles in his hand, and like at first Puss in Boots thinks he's a bounty hunter and this, that, the other, and then eventually the wolf just like pulls the hood back and he goes, no, I'm death. Like, not metaphorically, not transitionally, not rhetorically. I'm literally death.
Oh, wow.
And so basically Puss has to spend the rest of the movie, for the first time in his life, ever afraid of death and afraid of the consequences of his life. And like, oh my God, I only have one life. I can't squander it. I can't,
All right.
I
The
gotta
bill
be smarter.
came due, as it were.
Yeah, the bill came due, as it were. And so he basically sets out to find the last wishing star.
Oh,
and,
okay. A fairy tale fame.
Yeah, exactly. And, it basically guarantees you, it's like the Dragon Balls, it grants you whatever one wish you want. So, and of course, along the way, he meets a, merry cadre of familiar faces. Selma Hayek plays one of the voices, and she's just delectable and everything. I can't think of the actor's name, but he plays Guillermo on What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know his name though. Yeah.
Insert name here.
Yeah, no, I don't remember. I'm not that familiar with that show, but I know you're talking about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Him, that guy, right. Guillermo, yes. From What We Do in this, he plays one of the voices. John Mulaney plays the villain.
The wolf?
No. He plays Little Jack Horner.
Of like Jack and the Beanstalk?
No,
or?
Sat in the corner.
Oh.
Stuck in his thumb. What a good boy am I?
Oh, don't know that one.
Oh.
Either way. John Mulaney, though, is the bad guy. I wouldn't see that one, but it works pretty well.
It works pretty well, yeah. He does smarmy really well. And
he does.
It's he's a very cynical, smarmy character, so yeah, it works. I'm trying to think who else was in this.
They usually load those casts up pretty well.
Florence Pugh is in there. She plays
really?
Goldilocks, yeah.
Big
the late Ray Winstone plays one of the 3 bears of Goldilocks fame.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. And then of course, like, you look through the credits and like it's just a veritable who's who of like, Phil Lamar and
the usual. Yeah, I mean, there's a certain cast of people which just pop up in every movie. Like, you watch the end of the Mario movie and it just says additional voices by. And it's everyone from Carlos Alarizuki, who's on Reno 911.
What's the guy? Not Troy Alexander.
Troy Baker?
Troy Baker, yeah. He's in there. All those cats. Speaking of which, we need to do a brief shout out to...
Oh, yeah.
We lost a legend recently.
We lost 2 legends.
In the voice acting career. Arleen Sorkin,
rest
the
in
original voice and basis of the Batman the Animated Series Harley Quinn. I think she was 62?
67 is what I said.
Okay.
Either way, too young.
Sorry, dyscalculia.
Yeah.
I don't be reading shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, but fucking lost her, and it's real sad. Like, I know that now Tara Strong has taken over as the voice, and then now
she had been done that.
Kaylee Cuoco is now taken over.
There's Arleen Sorkin was for the Batman the Animated Series. When they revamped it, it became it was Arleen Sorkin, and then Tara Strong took over.
And she also did the video games.
Yeah, a lot of the video games. She was like the second, and then like you said, Haley Cuoco Sweeney or whatever. What's her name?
Kaylee Cuoco.
Cuoco. She does it in the Harley Quinn animated series on HBO Max, which is actually apparently is pretty good. I've just never seen it.
I've seen a couple of episodes. It's good. I don't think it's as good as people have led me to believe.
Right.
But it's pretty fun, irreverent humor. There's a lot of cursing and like semi-nudity and stuff, and they're definitely not afraid to pull punches. It's definitely not a kids animated show by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But they're good.
I'm in love with Tara Strong, by the way.
Yeah.
I have to stay away from her on her Facebook because she just seems genuinely. I'm joking, obviously.
I have to stay away from her
on Facebook.
Yeah, because I will stalk that broad.
Yeah.
I will show up Lloyd Kaufman style with a boombox over my head.
No, everything I've just ever seen her do, she just seems to love her job.
Yeah.
And it's like she's just so infectious, and it's like, damn, you're like the voice of so much of my childhood. It just seems like you know somebody and you don't. That's why, like, in radio personalities and stuff like that, like, you seem like you know somebody and you don't know shit about them. You just hear them every day, so they're a much bigger part of your life than they are to theirs. So it's like, oh yeah.
But even to her credit, like, I've seen a lot of interviews where she's like on a Comic-Con panel or something like that. And
sign every fucking autograph.
Oh yeah, and just nobody's ever had a bad word to say about her. Right. And but enough about Tara Strong. We're talking about Arleen Sorkin, who also was a lovely person, I hear, and very infectious laugh, and just a total pleasure to be around. So. R.I.P. to Arleen Sorkin and the original Harley Quinn.
Also, rest in peace to Bob Barker.
Man,
that one hurt.
He made it to 99. Almost made it all the way across that big ass wheel, bro. Almost made it to $1.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Topped out at 99 cents.
That's tough.
It's hard to beat.
Yeah. So,
it's hard to beat.
It was a huge part of our childhood with our grandmother. We've told that story before, but we got kicked out. We were allowed to watch in the house during Price is Right, and then when news is on, we ate our lunch. And right by the time the stories came on, those soap operas, it was outside day, and if it was raining, you were quiet in the other room day. It was mostly at the fuck out of my way day.
Just not in the room that I'm currently watching television.
The stories in. Yep.
Nope, you got a toilet, I know where the snacks are, you've been fed, you've taken a shit. So. Leave grandmom alone.
Yep. Anyways, we digress. Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots, yes.
Final Wish. That's a long diversion. We were resting and piecing to Arleen Sorkin and Bob Barker. But any other thoughts on it, man? Or
like I said, it's just a really it's a really just charming, funny movie. It gets a little dark in terms of, again, it's the entire theme is about death and fearing for one's own mortality for the first time ever, and sort of like the moment of realization, like, oh, I'm gonna die one day.
I bet I could guess the ending, but don't tell me if it is or not. I'm just gonna put it out there on record now, timestamp it, whatever. On his quest, he meets a friend, probably, I would guess, Salma Hayek or one of them, of the litany of people that you named.
Two of them.
All right. So, in this quest to find the Wishing Star, one of them probably either dies or sacrifices themselves for him to get it. And at the end, when he was going to wish for more lives, he wishes to save them instead.
That's a really, really good theory. I won't tell you how it ends.
Okay.
You're not wrong, but you're definitely not right.
Okay. All right. Anyways, what would you rank it?
I am going to give it, here's what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it one life to live. Passionately. And without fear.
Nice work. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. What the hell else you been watching, my guy?
Let's see. After that, I saw, another kid's movie, Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh, the Miyazaki?
Yeah. Hayao Miyazaki?
Yeah. Or Hayao. I think it's
Hayao.
Yeah, Miyazaki, though.
Yeah.
I think Spirited Away is an absolute masterpiece.
Oh, is that your favorite Miyazaki?
I've not seen them all.
Yeah, I haven't seen Nausicaa, and I haven't seen Porco Rosso.
I haven't either. Yeah, there's a couple I haven't seen, but I've seen a handful of the ones I've seen. He did Grave of the Fireflies too, right? That's one of the saddest fucking movies ever.
Which actually I would say is my favorite Miyazaki film. It's the most unlike a Miyazaki film because there's no fantastical creatures. Like typically he does, like an Alice in Wonderland situation where like small child wanders into a fantastical world filled with magical creatures who can do anything. Right. But it's very much grounded in reality. I mean, it takes place during the last days of World War II, basically. But I think it's his most honest and his most earnest film. And I think that we're talking about Grave of the Fireflies. Yeah. I think that it's his most honest and his most earnest film in terms of, I think he poured a lot of himself into that. Yeah. And it's, like you said, it's not the most uplifting movie. Yeah. I don't want to give away the ending, but it is definitely a movie worth watching. You will need to set aside some time afterwards to sort of reflect and like build your, like, I wouldn't watch it if you're having a real shit day. Yeah. Yeah, or if you sometimes are like in a bad mood or a sad mood and you listen to sad music to kind of help you there with it to relate. Right. But yeah, it's a doozy. But I would say, that's a really good one. That's my favorite of his. And then maybe secondary to that would be like... Princess Mononoke is pretty good. I think Princess Mononoke might be... But I love a good... That's more of an action film than any of his others. And I love a good action film. I love Spirited Away. But... we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about what you watched, and that is what Kiki's Delivery Service. Kiki's Delivery Service. Yeah. What'd you think, man? Again, he's a master of his craft. Yeah. This is definitely one that's geared more towards like the younger children crowd. Like, I don't think Princess Mononoke is one that I would show like a 6 or 7 year old. Like maybe a 13, 14-year-old kid could probably handle it. But this is definitely geared towards the more like kindergarten crowd. It's about like a witch who delivers mail or something, or packages. Part of being a witch is you have to move out and sort of test your magic and sort of create your own like business or whatever. Her mom runs an apothecary shop, and so she's or an alchemist shop or whatever. So she moves to... She works at Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond, right. She sells what is it? MLMs. Yeah, she stays in that Beyond section a lot. That's right. Dead Bath and way the fuck out there. Right. So she moves to a new town. She brings her black cat, who is voiced by what's his name? Troy McClure. Fucking Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman. Yeah. Captain Blasto from PlayStation fame. Yeah. One of the best characters on The Simpsons. I'm Troy McClure. Yeah. That's right. He's so good every time he shows up. What was her name? Oh, Kirsten Dunst is the voice of Kiki, like a young Kirsten Dunst. I think this came out in like 1988 or 1989. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so she moves to a new town, and basically her gift is flying a broom really, really well. So she starts a delivery service, and so it's all about her, coming to the town and meeting the townsfolk and trying to, be the best witch possible. And she gets free room and board from the bakery shop owner, and just all of her adventures, and meets a group of kids, tries to fall in with them. They kind of make fun of her a little bit for being a witch, and so she doesn't really feel like she fits in, and then ends up having to rescue them and be the hero of the day, and everybody accepts Kiki the witch now. So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, 101. Pretty much. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't break the formula, shit. So the message out there is, kids, is prove your worth. Just have something of value and people will love you. Right. Capitalism wants you to offer something. Anyways. I can't say it enough. I think Miyazaki is a master of his craft. Mm-hmm. And he has such a distinct style. That one, I think I watched part of that. It was I think it was at my friend Matt's house, and I didn't finish it just for whatever reason. Yeah. But I remember it was just kind of like one of those, like, people were over, it was on in the background, like, oh cool, you're kind of in and out of it. But sure, I remember not disliking it by any means. But... Oh no, I mean, I've never seen a Miyazaki film where I've walked away being like, yo, that sucked. That was a waste of time. Yeah. Like, as far as batting averages go, he's batting maybe not 1,000 but 99.99. Are we putting him up there with Bobby Zemeckis? Ooh, I mean, you can't argue with facts and figures, bro. Look,
Zemeckis is a little more. We call him by his last name because we know him. We
Bobby Z's.
Bobby Z's. Yeah, he's a member of Wu-Tang Clan. Bobby Z's, like one of fucking Riz's other alter
Bobby
egos.
Z's on the ones and threes.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Like Bobby Digital, Bobby Z's. Yeah, Bizza, BZA.
BZA.
Anyways, yeah, no, but he's one of those types, man. Like if he touches it, worst you're gonna do is like a B-. You're like, oh, it's not as good as his other one, but his other one's a fucking masterpiece.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're putting out like literally some of the best kids animation and kids stories out there in movie history, and then the last one wasn't nearly as good, you're still it's like you shot for the stars, you're still landed on the moon.
Right.
I mean, still pretty fucking impressive.
Did you watch that with the young ones, or was that just a you?
No, that was me and Liz deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you think? What would you rate it though? Or talk about it more if you want. I'm just curious.
No. Like I said, I think I pretty much said everything I need to. It's a charming little kid's story. I know I keep saying charming, but it really is. Like
right?
it's
The shoe fits.
Yeah, you walk away being like, you know what? I feel pretty enchanted by that movie. Like that was a cute little movie.
Hell
yeah. Yeah, it's maybe not going to be one I'm going to watch over and over and over again, but I didn't walk away with a bad taste in my mouth by any stretch of the imagination. So let's see. I'm going to give it.
There's an Outcast reference when the people that the United Parcel Service didn't call you back because you had clouded pits. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one sassy ass cat.
One sassy ass cat. All right.
Yeah, I mean he's not wrong, but that's a sassy cat.
Sassy ass cat.
Sassy cat.
Sassy. All right. What else been watching? Anything non-children's, or have you? I mean, we can stay there all you want, though.
No. I definitely broke away from kids movies. I watched the Peacock series Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I know when the trailer came out, or like it wasn't the trailer, it was the sneak peek, and it had Sweet Tooth, and it had Anthony Mackie. Sweet Tooth played by Samoa Joe, voiced by the great BoJack Horseman Will Arnett, the voice of Reese's, the voice of GMC, the voice of Dodge. I think one of the two.
He's doing a lot of fucking work,
isn't he?
Fucking
man, dude. Anytime I hear his...
Hey, Willie Arnett, call us.
I'm putting you on the wall over there, pal.
That's it.
Wall, it's official. You're up there with Renner. You're up there with Justin Long,
Willie
Miyazaki.
Willie Nets.
Yeah, no. Every time he's in something, I'm like, he's one of those types. Like if certain things, if I look at a cast of a movie, I'm like, oh, I like that person. Oh, I like that. Oh, fuck. All right, I'll see it.
Right.
It's like Craig Robinson. If he shows them something, I'm like, I fucking like Craig Robinson.
I at least want to watch the Craig Robinson part.
Yeah.
So. You have my attention for at least 15 minutes.
Right. But no, I was saying about the Twisted Metal when it came out. The sneak preview or whatever, people on the internet were furious about it. They're like, fucking Sweet Tooth isn't supposed to be that way. It's like, bro, it's based off a fucking video game with the point of the video game is like all these drivers drive these cars and it's a tournament battle royale and you have to play as the character to figure out what their motivation is.
Yeah.
And Sweet Tooth is a psycho clown killer.
It's basically pro wrestling in like it's pro wrestling meets Mad Max.
Yeah.
Or like so like every car has its own individual personality. They're all distinct. Like you have the hearse driven by the preacher. You have the ice cream truck driven by the psychopathic clown. You have the dude who's literally strapped between two big ass wheels and his name is Axel.
Right.
You have just it's all gimmicks, but it's just racing meets demolition derby with missiles, I guess, is the best description of the video
That's
game.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly. So when people shit on it, they're like, "Oh, Sweet Tooth wouldn't act that way." Sometimes I'm like, "Man, chill out." Yes, it is really campy and corny. The scene. He dances to "My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard," I think.
Yeah. And oh no, it's a Thong Song.
Oh, Thong Song. That's right. I knew it was one of those. Yeah.
Thong Song. Yeah, but the series knows what it is. I mean, essentially, it's Mad Max. It's John Doe, who's played by Anthony Mackie. He drives this.
Who we love here at What's
Who we love. We absolutely adore you. Call us up.
Yeah,
Annie Max.
I just like him in movies because anytime he does an interview or a talk show, he's just really fun
he just
to
cuts
watch.
loose.
Yeah, he's just fucking
great.
goofball.
He's a great interview.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anthony Mackie, John Doe, basically has to take a package from point A to point B and back, And so by doing that, he earns the right to go live in one of the walled off cities and not have to be they call him a milkman, but they're basically like delivery guys out in the wastelands where he's getting jumped by, cannibals and vultures and all these different
anyone opportunistic.
Yeah, like the dredges of society kind of thing. And then, of course, along the way he finds a friend. They end up becoming, reluctant partners, and then sort of acquiesce to each other, and then they develop a little bit of a relationship, and then but there's always the whether or not the shoe's going to drop of who's going to betray who first, and they can never really trust each other. And then, of course, they meet Sweet Tooth, who's just this random agent of chaos and just about murder and mayhem. And, it's the series knows what it is. It's very campy. The laws of physics to cars and guns and explosions do not apply at all. So, like, the second you keep trying to think, like, well, how fast are they really going? And what's going on with it? Just don't fucking worry about it. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right. Right. Just buckle up, enjoy the ride. Literally, figuratively.
That should have been the tagline. Yeah. Buckle up and enjoy the ride.
I'm with it.
Or buckle up and survive the ride.
There you go.
There you go. See? Why are we not writing?
I don't know, Michael. I don't know.
We're great pitchmen.
You got to put in more job applications for real studios.
Listen, we interview together.
Right. We're here to fuck shit up.
That's right. We're going to flip it. We're interviewing you.
We're interviewing, Oh, man. Check that bingo box for sure. It's been a while since we made some Step Brothers references.
Probably. I thought it was going to be silent. It wasn't.
It wasn't. It got louder. No, I actually want to see it, though. I'm a big fan. There's a certain game. That whole series was huge on PlayStation when it first came out. And then it just went away. Like, the game, it was like 1 and 2 were like, all right, this is really cool. By like 3, 4, 5, it just got so campy and ridiculous. Sure. Like, it became a little too campy for its own good. And then it went away for a while. And then it came back on the PlayStation 2 with Twisted Metal Black.
Which was a phenomenal game. That
awesome.
Game was so much fun. So addictive. It's just like an ADD fueled ride through chaos and mayhem and explosions. It was such a fun game.
And my brother Matthew and I played that game a lot because they had a co-op mode, and so we would just play that game a lot and play it at parties, stuff like that. So I have a little soft spot in my heart for vehicular mayhem, as it were, because it's something that translates really fun to video games, where you're just like, oh, dude, let's equip a rocket to a fucking car and a flamethrower and a machine gun, and then you ride around, you destroy other cars. Like, fucking, that's what video games are for, man.
Of course, Just contained mayhem.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of a soft spot for that series. So I do kind of want to check it out. I don't know if I have Peacock right now. So,
I think that
reaching to the What You've Been Watching.
I think What You've Been Watching podcast studios might be able to Dudley Bros Worldwide might be able to finance that a little bit.
I have it.
I might have to, one of us might be paying for it already.
Yeah,
so,
possibly. Legally
speaking, I'm still entitled to one more on a device of my choosing.
I actually have it. It's just the TV that it's on is not in my room.
Oh,
so that's what it is. So it's being occupied. Angie's son inherited my TV, and that shit has everything on it. I expended all my powers. So that shit's got every fucking service you could ever want. It's got Paramount, and he was watching some shit the other day. I was like, "Are you watching the new Transformers movie?" He's like, "Yeah, it's on Paramount." I was like, "When did you get?" "Oh yeah, it's my TV."
Son of a bitch,
bastard. Anyway,
should have never gave you ninjas money.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, what would you rate it though?
I'm gonna rate.
Sounds like you enjoyed it by your overall.
I did. As long as you're not gonna be too bogged down in logic and reason, and just it is campy, it's foolish, it's nonsense, it's a popcorn. Just sit back, have a drink, and just enjoy the ride, and just sort of enjoy it.
From the website on Facebook, one of the pages I'm on, somebody was talking about it, and they were actually hoping for a season 2, and apparently they don't go into Calypso's tournament in this one, but it ends on the invitation to Calypso's tournament.
Yes, which is the catalyst for the original Twisted Metal series anyway, is basically, a mythical, what do they call it? A mythical, like, a Gilliarch, infinite money, infinite power, grants you one wish if you win his
car tournament.
His car tournament, basically.
Yeah, his destruction tournament. Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm signing up for. If one gets me to that, cool. I'll take it.
And like I said, it's as long as you just enjoy it for what it is and just sort of go along with it, it's a lot of fun. You literally can have it on in the background and you're not going to miss anything. Like, they do a very good job of like constantly reiterating, here's what's at stake, here's where we are now.
Right.
Are you telling me we got to go back to the thing we just were at in order to get the thing? Yep. And then while they're driving back to the thing, they're like, so are you sure we got to go back to the thing that we got to go back to? Yes. So,
spoon feed me.
Yeah, just it's all spoon fed to you, and it's campy fun. So it's quite charming, actually.
How many charms did you give this, Mike?
I'm gonna give it all of Anthony Mackie's charm, because he is pouring it on in this one.
I don't doubt it. I mean, if you fucking hire him, let him do his thing.
He's probably the one to watch. I also shout out to sorry, I'm gonna give his wrestler name just because kayfabes. Samoa Joe, who plays Sweet Tooth. He's doing a lot of like kabuki theater and mime work. I mean, just knowing that it's Will Arnett's voice, but it's him doing the like the movements and the body work of Sweet Tooth, and he goes big. Like he doesn't do subtle movements where like if he gets in somebody's face, he's like waggling his finger all over the place. And
nice. Like, so he goes for it.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. Yeah, good for him.
It's big, broad, sweeping movements, but it all kind of makes sense. Like you can understand like subtlety was not the thing that they hired him for. So I think he did a really good job.
Hey, that's what's up. Big shout out. Underrated performance of the week, dare you say? Or
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him. Yeah,
I'm down with that.
Samoa Joe, fucking
wrestling needs some love right now. So,
yeah, they do. Yeah,
it's been a big week. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt and
Terry Funk. Yeah, Bray Wyatt and Terry. We'll save that one, but just R.I.P. to two legends on that one.
Well, cool. Well, shit, yeah, dude. What else you been watching, my guy?
Let's see. I think we've already talked about this one, but
probably.
Are you telling me that we're gonna rehash a conversation we've had multiple times before?
Not only that, but we're gonna redo it again
and put it on record. So
yes, sir.
Strap in.
Yeah, deal with it.
Rewatched Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with that movie.
Love-hate, really?
Yeah, no, I for what it is, I enjoy it. It's very campy.
Sure.
Some people, early in its career, treat it like it was the greatest shit ever.
I love that movie.
and that's cool if you do, but like some people, it got to be to this point where it was like, they saw it for it being like this great movie, and they didn't see it for being like the campy, like it's supposed to be kind of a B movie. I think. And
I don't know that.
I think so, in my opinion.
I mean, I'm sure that there are those people, but I think on the whole, it was received as what it was supposed to be. I think a lot of people did buy into the camp. Just my opinion, I
mean, granted, I was in like 4th grade when it came out, or however young I was, and some people like, from Dusk Till Dawn, when you see Selma Hayek with the snake, like, yeah, I've seen it a bunch.
But also, when you see Selma Hayek with the snake.
Yeah. And everyone's like, he's got a gun, and it's his penis, and it flips down, and he shoots people with it. I'm like, yeah, it was pretty cool. Like,
you know who that is?
Who?
That's Greg Nicotero.
Just to let you guys know, it was Tom Savini I was thinking of. Yeah, not Greg Nicotero. Tom Savini.
I don't know who that is.
He did a lot of the makeup and special effects work for the George Romero series.
Oh,
for
cool.
Dawn of the Dead and stuff like that. Yeah, he's...
No, I mean, I dig that movie. I have no beef with it. It's just, I appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's really stupid, campy fun. I mean, it's George Clooney and...
like his first movie role, isn't it?
I don't know if it was his first, but
It's
pretty early on. It was definitely his first, like, starring role, in terms of, like, his name was the first one on the marquee kind of thing. And then, Juliette Lewis and Harvey Keitel and... God, who else is in there?
Quentin Tarantino, obviously.
Quentin Tarantino.
And I think Cheech Marin makes an appearance,
Cheech Marin, that's right. Oh, Danny Trejo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, who was the guy who played in Tusk?
Michael Long? No, that's Justin Long.
Long.
What's his name? I can't remember. I don't know.
Michael Parks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Michael Long. Yeah. So, still got Justin Long on the mind. We love you, buddy.
But yeah, like, it's a campy vampire survival horror, but God, who else is in that?
It knows what it is, though. I mean, Robert Rodriguez has such a unique style of just being like, he doesn't mind making a grindhouse movie and making it look about as well as you possibly can.
Sure, yeah. It literally is a B movie with an A+ budget.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love about it is that it was co-written by Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez.
That's kind of the part where I it's weird. Over the years I've grown. I appreciate Quentin Tarantino. It's gonna sound like I'm hating. A new Quentin Tarantino movie I will watch. Just without fail. I love his films. The formula sometimes, now that I've seen it enough times, like it's hard for me to go back and appreciate some of the earlier stuff because it's just like, oh, it hasn't. I get you don't want to lose what makes you you, but at the same time, it's I don't know. It doesn't have the same appeal as it does.
Is it you feel like he's just not expanding his horizons, or
I get it. Sounds like I'm hating on him. Like he's a
no.
brilliant filmmaker. It's all kind of the same.
I mean, it's a valid critique in terms of like, hey man, you've been constrained by this for so long.
Right.
It's just I'd love to see you sort of play outside the sandbox.
Yeah, and everyone's like, well, he did write a love story. He wrote True Romance. I'm like, true, but like, let's be fucking real here. I don't mean like, oh, I want to see him write a love story. It's whatever he's doing. It's like I'm going to do a love story the Quentin Tarantino way. I'm going to do this movie, this like it's all the same shit, and it's like it's just sometimes it's over the top just to be over the top. It's
sure, yeah, but
it works.
But that's his style, you know. Is he's going to go big and dynamic and bombastic with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like again, like Quentin Tarantino does not work in subtleties, you know.
No,
Christopher Nolan
all.
works in subtleties and like themes within themes. Quentin Tarantino is very much like, here's what it is on the page, here's what it is on the screen, here's what it is in reality.
Right.
You know?
It's not like I said. It's going to sound like I'm hating it, and I'm really not. He's a fucking incredible film, one of the greatest American film.
It sounds like you just want him to sort of
paint with a different brush every once in a while.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's all. It's just kind of like now that I've seen it one time, now that I've seen it probably a dozen times with his 8 films, the ones he's written and stuff. It's like, oh, and it works for him because you can point to it and go, oh, that's a Quentin Tarantino script or something like that. So like, good for you for having a signature, like awesome. But sometimes it's like, oh, it's the same style of dialogue, the same quippy shit. So
like, just to give a comparison, like I would say like the Coen brothers have definitely stepped outside of their comfort zone. Like originally, like, you know, Raising Arizona and, you know, like all of their comedies and stuff like that. And then they went and did A Simple Plan. And then they went and did True Grit. And then they went and did Adaptation and stuff like that.
No, I didn't do Adaptation. That was
no, that was
Spike Jonze, right? But no, I get what you're saying though.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
just wrong pull, but yeah, I got you.
Right.
Yeah, True Grit to fucking No Country for Old Men to
they did do No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. Yeah. So they've stepped outside of their comfort zone of like, we're going to do the quirky black comedy kind of thing, and then like, no, let's start being real storytellers kind of thing.
And Quentin Tarantino just seems to always lean towards like a hyper aggressive, hyper violence, which works wonderfully in From Dusk Till Dawn.
But it is very Quentin Tarantino style. So. Yeah. The thing I love about the movie is like, love and hate about the movie is like, you can definitely tell the parts that were written by Robert Rodriguez, and you can very much tell the parts that were written by Quentin Tarantino. And although they have like their Venn diagram definitely overlaps at some point, it's such a weird transition scene to scene, just because tonally or editorially, like it's just such a different style. You know, like Quentin tends to focus on these like really long, sort of like drawn in shots, and like Robert Rodriguez is just like, nope, snap, shoot. And it's such a weird transition, sometimes scene to scene.
As fast as Robert Rodriguez does shoot, he's pretty good about spatial awareness. He is because he'll take the time to show a 3-second shot of somebody sliding on the floor, even if you don't even see him shooting them. So then when you actually zoom in over the guy's shoulder and he's on the floor shooting up to the balcony, you're like, oh, well, he showed me a 2-second shot of it, like slide.
So
I
know how he got from point A to point B. Right. And
it's very quick, but he's pretty good with it.
But I mean, like I said, you know, but then you juxtapose. Just suppose
right.
that you put it against Quentin Tarantino,
right?
With you know, he tends to favor a lot more like lingering long shots, and like if he's gonna do dialogue, it's very like shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, very snappy. Whereas Robert Rodriguez would rather have 2 people in the scene literally talking at each other,
right?
You know? Like, so it is a little bit distracting just in terms of the different directorial and editorial styles. But other than that, like, it's George Clooney killing vampires with a jackhammer stake. Like, what more do you want? You know, like it's just shut the fuck up and watch vampires.
I will.
Just
Stop hating. There goes the hater ass Huey alarm. I heard it. Michael didn't ring it this time. It started ringing on its own.
Ding.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't think I forgot about the hater ass Huey alarm. Oh man. So yeah.
So I'm gonna give that. Let's see. Dusk Till Dawn is gonna get. I'm gonna give it 2 distinct voices trying to tell the same movie.
It's a fair review. It's a fair review. It's pretty positive though. It's pretty positive.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. This is not a bad review. Yeah, this is a wholehearted. If you like good campy horror movies, go watch this movie.
I'm just saying I understand the review system very well. I've never once been lost when Michael or I say something.
That's right.
I'm locked in with what he's saying. So cool. Anything else, man? Or
I think that kind of covers it, man. Yeah, man. Let's. How about this? Let's do a quick break and we'll hear from our sponsor, and then I got a very important question for you when we get back.
I can't wait. Who's our sponsor today?
Our sponsor today is going to be Quaaludes. Quaaludes. You missed out. And we are back. Thanks for the interlude music from Mr. A1 himself.
And our sponsor, Quaaludes. Quaaludes, the one drug I would relapse for today. Seriously, what the fuck am I going to get addicted to? A fucking non-existent drug? Anyways.
Not like if somebody handed you Quaaludes from like 1978, but like if somebody manufactured a
fresh Quaalude.
A fresh one, it was like, this is the one left.
Yes, I would take it.
I would be there for that ride.
Yeah, I would definitely take it.
Yeah.
Just being honest. Be like, oh, that was cool. That'd be the end of it.
Can't get any more. No worries of a relapse.
Yeah, you feel shitty for, I don't know what the side effects are. You feel shitty for a day or two. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I figured out though.
I don't know. According to Wolf of Wall Street, the side effects are cocaine and hookers. So
yeah.
Let's fucking do it, bro.
All right. Anyways.
So, my brother, what you been watching?
Man, what have I been watching? I appreciate you asking, sir. As it gears up, as I mentioned earlier, for the football season, I'm not going to even talk about
What's that in the distance I hear? The distant, thunderous rounds of tomahawk chops.
Yes, sir, that's it. No, we're gearing up for football season, so I won't even bore y'all with no fucking NFL preseason talk, because goddamn, I'd save that for sports talk radio, which nobody listens to anyways. At least not preseason shit.
Or just radio in general.
Yeah, I do, because I'm a fucking weirdo. But I have been watching a little bit of HBO does a special every year. They pick a team and they do Hard Knocks, the preseason, where they just follow a certain team during their preseason camp. And then they do one in season, they call it. Mm-hmm. And I've been watching that a little bit.
What's the team this year?
It's the New York Jets. They got a lot of heat because Aaron Rodgers left the Packers and joined them. And Florida State's own Dalvin Cook just left the Minnesota Vikings and is now a Jet. So they got some big preseason acquisitions, and nobody wanted to do it apparently in the NFL. And then the NFL has a clause where they're like, oh, no, you have to do it. And so then I think the Jets were like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So it's been interesting.
Why? Just afraid of having the curtain pulled back? And
it's just another distraction. Apparently it's not too invasive, but I don't know. I hear different things of people. Historically, the teams that do it don't fare like, I think like one team won one playoff game once. And so it's
right.
It's just a lot of extra noise in a fucking already busy off season. And so,
sure, I'm sure having a camera in your face for 24/7 or just trying to capture that extra footage while you're just trying to like run the play in your head is probably not the best thing for mental focus.
Right, and it's just extra buzz, and it gets teams overhyped. And the only thing that's good about it is, like, last year they did it for the Detroit Lions, who, I'm going to say this with all the love in my heart, I love the Detroit Lions. I am rooting for that team outside of the Philadelphia Eagles all the time. But, like, they had a new coach come in.
It. Fuck you since Barry Sanders. Yeah. How about that?
But they've historically not been a very good franchise. They've not, you know. So, it's all love, though. I none but love for the Lions. But they historically have not been a good franchise, so it brought them a lot of attention last year. And they made some noise. It kind of just helps your branding a little bit. Like, what are we selling this year?
Right,
so this year...
Puts eyes on your merchandise, puts eyes on
pretty
your...
much.
Yeah. And everybody loves a good underdog story, you know.
It's the stories of sports is all it is. We've talked about it enough. But this year, the big thing is, like, apparently before Aaron Rodgers left Green Bay, it's pretty well documented he became hard to work with by some standards or whatever, or kind of had these weird set of standards.
A little bit of a diva complex.
A little bit, and so he's kind of rebranding himself here. So it's
okay.
I watch it just to kind of because I'm a fiend for all this shit, but I won't spend too much time on it. It's preseason fucking football. It doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. The one thing I did watch, I watched the greatest sports feat of all time, and it's a cartoon form, but.
Okay.
I gotta talk. I'm not gonna dive back into the Boondocks yet, but a clip came up and it made me watch 2 episodes
of the Boondocks.
Yes.
Aaron Magruder.
Aaron Magruder of the Boondocks, not the Boondocks Saints.
Was it Comedy Central?
It was Adult Swim.
That's right. Cartoon Network.
Which I have dubbed my favorite animated adult animation show of all time. If you listen to the previous ones, which says a lot.
Right. As a person who loves both adults and animation.
Yeah, it's tailored for me in the sense of it's The Simpsons and South Park.
Right.
Meets Chappelle Show.
Sure.
Okay. 2 sign me up for both of those. And then you throw in Kung Fu flicks, and it's like in a reverence for anything.
And movie references.
It's fucking tailor-made for me.
Yeah.
It's like
each episode has its own sort of like cinematic style kind of thing.
Well, yeah, it's an anime in the sense of like Huey throws those hands, man. Like, and Riley, and it's part Scarface because Riley, like, it's just everything that like is my sensibilities that I do like. Yeah. It's just rolled into one beautiful little omelet, and it's my shit.
Rolled into one beautiful little omelet.
And cooked to perfection. No, it really is. If you know anything about me, like, you know that I love South Park and adult animation.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And Chappelle Show.
A big fan of irreverent comedy, a big fan of animation, a big fan of racial tension, a big fan of Kung Fu.
Yeah, Kung Fu flicks for sure. And you mix the humor of Chappelle Show, which Aaron Magruder said, like, this show...
I didn't mean racial tension like white power kind of thing. I meant racial tension like you enjoy the conflict and sort of the... negotiating the fine lines between the races.
It's such a brilliant... It's so satirical. It's biting like satire. But it's also so close to the truth that it's like, what the fuck, man? And it's so good. But I watched...
It is a little bit... It uses caricatures and sort of like broad sweeping generalizations to make a very fine point.
Oh, yeah. And Huey's the only one that kind of seems... And it really is the dichotomy of, like, from what I understand, I could be very off on this, but just from what I understand from just interviews and commentaries that I've listened to, is like the black struggle of Aaron Magruder being the creator of it, Aaron Magruder being like, I'm very well educated and very well spoken, and like that's his kind of Huey, like, yo, we need to be better as people. And it's also like, but I also like 24-inch rims, and like, you know.
Sometimes you just want to be gangster.
Yeah, and like gangster shit, and it's kind of like he gets to play with both of those toys.
No wonder you like this. I get it.
Yeah. But I watched an episode, and I wanted to bring this up because I don't even know what the jokes are in it necessarily. It's just, if you can say things a certain way, it just makes me laugh. So I'm just going to talk about 2 episodes real quick.
When you say certain things, like the way Jim Carrey phrases his Ace Ventura voice, or
I'll break it down real quick. Okay. The first one I want to talk about is one of probably, if it's not Eric Cartman, you got to have a lot of respect for him.
You got to respect his authority.
Yes. As being one of my favorite animated characters of all time. It might be Colonel H. Stinkmeaner.
Okay.
Who is...
Now, for those who might not be initiated, Colonel H. Stinkmeaner is who now?
He is voiced by the incomparable, who has won the underrated performer of the week. I'm willing to put his voice acting work on the wall. He's a cast member of Reno 911. He's voiced by Cedric Yarborough.
Right up there with Arleen Sorkin and Tara Strong.
Yeah. He's so funny.
Will Arnett.
His voice that he does as Colonel H. Stinkmeaner, he's like, Colonel H. Stinkmeaner, I gets money, holla at your boy. And I'm doing a terrible impression, but he just says the funniest shit. But no, he just, the way he does the voice, like, it doesn't matter what he's saying. It just fucking makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
And he goes off on these tangents because Cedric Yarborough has a really good voice. And so he'll play the character of Stinkmeaner, who is a hateful old man. That's the whole character.
Yeah,
he's so hateful.
He just basically, he's an old, blind, hateful man who just, like...
fucks with the Freeman family is his whole purpose.
Well,
and hates everything and everyone.
Yeah. There's no good in his life at all.
He hates everything and everyone. And so he'll start to fuck with Robert Freeman, who's the granddad of the show.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah. John Witherspoon, who's got to coordinate. But he'll fuck with him. And Cedric Yarborough will sing this song, and he says it a lot. He calls Robert Freeman a bitch ass N-word all the time.
Right.
And he'll start singing the song like, use a bitch Robert, a bitch ass N-word. Use a bitch Robert, a bitch ass N-word. And he'll stop and he'll go, come on now, Robert, rock with me. He wants him.
He wants him to join in.
He wants Robert
to sing a cappella with him.
Yeah. To fucking sing.
Harmonize with me now, Robert.
Yeah, rock with me, Robert. And he calls him that all the time. And he's like, yeah, if you don't show up to this fight, that means everybody knows that you was a bitch. And it doesn't matter what he says. It just makes me laugh every time. And I've put it to the theory, and I've tried to be like, all right, watch it with a straight face. I can't help but laugh. And not because he's just a hateful old man.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Anyways, but yeah. But yes, the other episode I watched is... it is the funniest cold opening to that show ever, in my personal opinion, and it's the Ballin' episode, where it opens up, it's in Riley's dream, and some sports announcer is like, we out here at the NBA All-Star game, and it's young Reezy, a.k.a. Riley, and he's playing at the All-Star game, and he's just embarrassing grown men. He's like, Riley recently was signed. He was the first elementary school to be signed at 8 years old, for an $8 gajillion contract, and he's all in his dream, and he's like, look at him
dunking on LeBron.
No, he's like, look at him clowning these motherfuckers at the 3-point contest. He ain't even take his warm-ups off, and he still got his Timbs on. And it's just
he's out there in Timberland,
shooting jumpers at 3-point range. And like
that's some street ball shit.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
I didn't bring my gear, but I'm ready to ball, son.
Dude, and it's one of those things where like, just the concept of that is so funny to me.
He's got all these adults twisted up and
shit.
Yeah,
no. And then he goes, he's like, and I've said this before, if you just listen to what the background is saying in the Boondocks, like if you could mute everything and just listen to the background tracks of what the audience and the reactions of shit is, it's the funniest shit on the planet.
I would have never done that shit.
Yeah, it's so funny. And the announcer's like, oh, and then we saw him on some one-on-one. Look what he does to Kobe Bryant's old bitch ass. He broke his bitch ass ankles and left him there flopping on the floor. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, Yao Ming, you want some of this too? And he dunks on 8-foot Yao Ming and breaks the backboard. Conceptually.
On 8-foot Yao Ming.
He goes. And
that fool is 6-foot infinity.
Yeah, dude. He's like... He goes, no wonder they ride his nuts so hard. Like, and this is all in Riley's dream of just being an NBA player. And like the best part is he's like, he asked Shaq afterwards. He's like, Riley, you had 87 points, 37 rebounds, and 42 assists. How do you feel? He's like, what can't you do? I don't know, go broke. It's one of the best jokes ever. Then he asked Shaq, he's like, Shaq, now you looked lack of dominant out there. How did you feel today? He goes, yeah, I realized that it's my game will never be as superior as Riley's, and to hate on him is pointless because it's not going to make my game any better. He's like, could you be possibly hating because Riley stacks paper to the ceiling and rides on 24-inch chrome? Yes, that's possibly why I'm hating out here. And it's just like, the idea that this is his dream.
Just embarrassingly so. Like, just the most dominant force in the NBA, like, just stacking papers.
Yeah.
And, like, it's such a ghetto dream. Like, it's yo, I'm gonna get the NBA. I'm gonna stack papers. I'm gonna get bitches.
Yep.
I'm gonna have all the deals. I'm gonna have my own shoe.
Yeah, dude. And the ball, and it's one of the best cold opens ever. The fact that he can get Shaq to be like, are you hating on him because he stacks paper to the ceiling, fucks more hoes, and rides on 24-inch chrome? Yes, possibly. And then the best part at the very end, he's like, now we're going to speak to Riley's grandfather, who's also his manager. Yeah, I'm here to fuck up all my grandson's money. So how granddad made it into the dream. It's the funny, like, and again, it might not be funny to anybody else. They might watch that and go like, oh.
I mean, I'm laughing. So.
But the way they execute it is just like tailor-made for me. And I've told y'all this before, like, when something makes me laugh at the most conceptual level, it's funny to, like, for life for me.
Sure. Yeah,
and I saw like 3 seconds of it online, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to go watch this clip. And I loaded up HBO Max and sat down and just watched the intro to it. And I was just crying laughing. And I've seen this fucking opening clip like 40 fucking times. So I just wanted to bring all that up to put my Boondocks things. I fucking love that show. I can listen to Stink Meaner or Cedric H.R. Bro do that Stink Meaner voice.
Sure.
With anything. There's an episode of BoJack Horseman where he does chicken for day, he's chicken for day.
Right, yeah.
And it's the Stink Meaner voice.
He plays a chicken farmer that slaughters chickens.
Yeah, well, no. It's
I mean, and by chicken farmer, I mean he is literally a chicken farmer.
Oh, no. He doesn't do the voice of that chicken. He just does the commercial to open up that episode of BoJack.
Oh, really?
No. Ron Funches is the voice of that chicken.
Cedric
Yarbrough. Yeah, Cedric Yarbrough just opens up the show, but I don't want to go to bed. I want chicken for days. And he comes in with the Stink Meaner voice. Chicken for days, it's chicken for days. Don't ask questions, just keep on eating. Point being, I can listen to them do that fucking voice all day, every day. And I can watch that opening scene of Riley just living out his wildest dreams 1,000 more times.
Yeah,
So
it's one of those quirky, like, we all have those scenes or those voices or those moments where just like for some reason it carries over. Like, I mean, for me, it's, you know, it's the Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, go get to the chopper, you know, anytime I got to run in the rain or something like that, you know, or
it just gets you.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, Jason Mewes, like, I am the Clit Commander.
Right.
Always looking for a reason to throw that in the most inappropriate of senses. Yeah, you know, like
just some shit just
hits you so
to your
hard,
core,
and
right.
you're just like, God damn, that resonates so bad.
So the only reason I'm talking about any of that is just because I had that moment, and like when you're talking about what you've been watching, that was the most joy I've had watching anything in quite some time. So, but yeah, the other thing I watched the first episode of Secret Invasion.
Oh.
Yeah, I was not. I mean, it's only episode 1. It's a 6-episode event. Mm-hmm. The only thing I'll say about it, without speaking on too much, because I don't know all the ins and outs of it yet.
I have seen all of it.
Okay,
so
well, we'll circle back to it when I watch it all. But,
sure. Yeah.
I know I'm a little behind on it, but
I'll keep it spoiler free. But
yeah. It's I suffered the same issue I ran into with Captain America: Civil War, and those Secret Invasion and Captain America: Civil War are based off what they call like crossover events in the Marvel universe, which means that like it's not just affects the X-Men, it doesn't just affect the Avengers. It's like they alter the landscape of the Marvel universe when these things happen. And so Secret Invasion,
ultimately, it's a way to sell books that or to generate interest in books that readers might not normally have. So like it's the X-Men meets the Avengers meets the Guardian of the Galaxy, right. And so like you got to read X-Men issue number 141, and then you got to read Avengers issue number 42, and then you got to read Guardians of the Galaxy number 365,
right.
In order to get the complete story. And it's just a way to sort of generate sales amongst books that they're trying to garner interest in.
Absolutely, that's one of the marketing ploys.
But more of that, it's also a ploy to like Spider-Man meets Captain America, and Captain America meets Star-Lord,
right.
Star-Lord meets Nova, and Nova meets the Hulk, and like
those fun
just sort
splash
of
pages.
Yeah.
It is all of that, and it's all they just call them event books. So It's like they're kind of jumping on points of like after this event is done, the landscape of whatever DC or Marvel won't be the same. It'll look different. And so what I ran into with episode 1 is that in the same thing that happened with Captain America: Civil War, with Captain America Civil War, like there weren't enough superheroes yet. There was
Right.
like 12 if you
Right.
really stretch it, and they kind of shoehorned in Spider-Man and Black Panther to be like, hey, we need to fill out the roster.
Right. Sure.
And it was like, this doesn't really feel like the world the cataclysmic event that took place in the books.
Well, because
same
in
thing.
the books you had 45,
Right, it was
50
everybody.
years worth of history, and,
Right.
and they were bringing tertiary characters that had only had like one appearance or something like
Right.
that, and yeah, like.
And so the same thing with Secret Invasion in the sense of like the premise of it being like the Skrulls are invading all of Earth. Mm-hmm. It's like, it just seems like, I wouldn't say low budget, but like not a big enough scale to capture what was really happening in the comic books. And I'm well aware that Marvel Cinematic Universe has taken plenty of liberties with how which I appreciate actually. But it just seemed like it kind of lost on the feel of like, oh, this is a one-man war that Nick Fury must wage. And it's like, why? Like, why? I get that you're trying to make it espionage.
That was kind of what I rubbed up against the entire time in terms of like just why not call in the Avengers at some point. They sort of explained it away. I don't want to give away too much, but they sort of explained it away later in the series. But even then, it's kind of a really dumb issue. Like the reason that they give to explain why they don't bring in the Avengers is not a good enough reason to not bring in the Avengers, kind of thing.
It's the whole premise of the book, which it lost its way a little bit towards like issue 7, 8, but whatever. The whole premise of it was like the paranoia. Was like the whole tagline was like, who can you trust?
The premise is basically the Skrulls apparently have they reveal a plan that they've been infiltrating and duplicating superheroes' powers and using them, giving Skrulls superpowers of like the Hulk and Captain America or whatever, and inserting them at certain points in history to infiltrate the superhero community and sow discord or politics, whatever. And then all of a sudden they reveal themselves to be like, now we're an invading force because we've always been there and we've integrated certain personalities to change the direction, in our favor, kind of thing.
Right.
Very similar to the plot line of the streaming series, but to a much smaller degree, I would say.
Mostly my biggest thing is I'm all about having a Nick Fury show. I just don't understand why you would use up the IP of Secret Invasion when it's like, that's like a big deal, so. That
should have been a movie spanning event.
Right.
A little bit.
So that's all. I mean, it's fine now, like so far I'm only one episode in and I enjoyed it well enough. So we'll see how it goes, but okay. I was just a little bit weary in terms of like,
Again, I don't want to give away too much, but and we can talk about this later, but I kind of feel like it took a long time to try and get off the ground, and even then it never really took off.
Right. It
still seemed, for the most part, very self-contained. It should have been a much bigger event. It should have... I should have walked away feeling that it had much more far-reaching effects on the Marvel Universe. And I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of almost too neatly wraps itself up in a nice little bow.
Yeah.
Again, don't want to give away too much.
All right.
But
we'll talk about it a little more later. Well, cool. Well, so far, I'll give it one dead Colby Smulders.
Oh, spoilers.
Sorry. It's episode 1. If you haven't seen it, whatever.
Right.
No, I did also watch speaking of comic book movies, I watched the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
How was that,
dude?
Sir?
I fucking loved every second of it.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to watch it.
This is the new. It's the new animated one that's kind of done in the style of Into the Spider-Verse or
a little bit. What
was the first one?
The Spider-Verse series.
Yeah.
It's same thing.
Yeah.
No, it's very similar to that style. I don't want to. The only thing I'll say is, just to reiterate, I fucking enjoyed every second of this movie.
Sure.
There were a lot of adults that were there when I saw it, and each one of them were laughing. The kids were laughing. Like, it was just smiles ear to ear. And
okay.
I haven't felt that way. Like, Ninja Turtles is super dear to our hearts. Obviously, we've talked about it plenty of times, but I can't
look at the What You've Been Watching podcast. We Love Turtles for all of our references.
Episode 24. Yeah, it's a good one. Did you listen? It's a good episode, right?
Good shit, right?
This is one of our strongest, in my opinion. One of my personal favorites, actually. Yeah. But no, I loved every second. I would love to talk to you about it when you watch it, man. Just the animation style, the voice acting, the cast. Seth Rogen, I got to give him props, man. And I'm going to take his words on this one. He reaches to a lot of stuff, like he's doing like in The Boys, things like that he produces. He did Preacher. He did, obviously, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. He did Sausage Party, which didn't pan out well. But like the point of it all is he does things that he's like, let me do this before somebody else that doesn't have reverence for it gets a hold of it and fucks it up.
Right.
So like, and he takes it very seriously. He's like, yo, I love Preacher growing up, so let me show it respect. I love the Ninja Turtles. Let me do that. I love The Boys. Let me do that. He's going to do a live action Invincible. I know Robert.
Is he really?
Robert Kirkman's doing the animated one, which is awesome. But yeah, he's supposed to be doing a live action Invincible.
Oh man, that'd be cool as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
and he loves that shit. So like, good on him.
Yeah. And I feel like that's sort of how you should treat movies. Like, you shouldn't... Like, in a weird way, I appreciate the Christopher Nolan Batman series. But in a weird way, you can tell exactly which books Christopher Nolan read to prepare to write a Batman series.
I would say
does that make sense?
No, it does. I would say Zack Snyder's more guilty of it. Because you can tell...
also a good example.
Yeah, you can tell he's like, oh, we're going to do The Dark Knight Returns. It's like, dude, if you're going to... Much like Secret Invasion, if you're going to do The Dark Knight Returns, let's do The Dark Knight Returns.
Right. Don't do a Dark Knight Returns-ish.
Yeah, like shoehorn it in there. Like, that's like one of those books that surpasses the comic book medium. Like Watchmen, or it's like the top... Somebody recommends, oh, what's a good comic book I could read? It's like Watchmen, Mouse, The Dark Knight Returns.
But even then, like, if somebody asks, like, hey, I've never read a comic book before... I would feel a lot of trepidation recommending like The Watchmen or something like that, because it's such a meta comic book that like you sort of have to understand the genre before you can watch something that turns the genre on its head. Does that make sense?
I agree. The reason why I said those three and why I was bringing up The Dark Knight is that it's not uncommon to hear any one of those three recommended. Sure. And when people, even like, not just comic book fans, critics that don't read it. Like, for example, Mouse is a Pulitzer Prize winning book. The reason I brought that up, but not to, and I hear what you're saying, yes, it is. But the point is that those books surpass the medium. You know what I mean? Like, they're bigger than just comic book fans. Like, so for him to be like, oh, let's just do The Dark Knight Returns, it's like, or not, you know?
Right. Or, yeah. Don't just do a Batman sequel and kind of make it The Dark Knight Returns. Like,
yeah, just save that.
Just do The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah. Like, just do a singularly focused. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So same thing with Secret Invasion, but we're talking about Seth Rogen doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I respect the fact that all of his projects that he does, he has reverence for, and the idea that he's like, I want to do it before somebody fucks it up, and if somebody does fuck it up, at least it's on me, and you know that I tried because I care. You know, so
well, yeah, and that was kind of the point I was trying to make before we got sidetracked, but like it is important to like give these type of movies to somebody who has reverence for them and who like understands the genre and who like really wants to do a good version of that, as opposed to just like the Michael Bay of it all, where it's just like, oh, what franchise can I attach my name to now and just give me $200 billion and I'll make it look pretty. Yeah.
And I'll say this, if you haven't, you hopefully you've seen the trailer. We posted it all over the Facebook page and whatnot. But the teenagers who voiced the Turtles, some people when they first saw it, like, oh, they're kids. I'm like, it's in the name. It's they're teenage mutant. It works so well. It does the movie, like, you buy it immediately.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, because at this point we've always sort of had, you know, and we've joked about it, you know, like
one of my favorite jokes,
adultified versions of the Turtles, in terms of like, Miriam, I'm working my shell off, trying to provide for you and these step kids of mine. Working in the sewers 16 hours a day, Miriam.
Yeah, Ralph's a fucking union worker, and Leonardo's like a disgruntled 21-year-old college dropout.
I've read a lot of stuff, and you guys should listen to me.
Right. So, no, but the teenage voice acting works perfectly. The cast is awesome all the way around. So, when you watch that, let me know, man. It's fully
sure.
recommend it. I won't even rate it yet. Just give it my full recommendation.
Okay.
I'll give
You're
it.
Gonna give it 4 out of 4 turtles.
I'll give it a hero and a half shell, big dog.
Oh,
that's all.
Just like the theme song.
Yep, a hero and a half shell. He also, just real quick, he does a fine line of blurring. Like, you have to remember that the Ninja Turtles. When did it gain its most popularity?
The cartoon series.
When it was aimed towards kids and they were selling toys. Yeah. It does pay a lot of like reverence to I said the word reverence a lot today.
Homage.
Sorry. Homage.
Yeah.
A lot of dues or respect to the comic series, but it's very much so like, hey, we can sell toys this way.
Sure.
Which I have no problem with.
Yeah.
I have no fucking problem.
There's a perfect way to blend those two. You know what I mean? And if anybody's going to do it, Seth Rogen should probably be the one. Yeah. Why not?
It's a good one, man. Hero and a half shell. It's the rating.
There you go.
I also did see one more superhero movie, and I won't spend too much time on it.
Okay.
All right. I saw The Flash. I told you guys I wouldn't see it in theater. You can call me a hypocrite because I did sit down and watch it. But fuck it, I already pay for HBO Max. Everything I'm going to say about the movie, I'm going to take away my opinion or remove my opinions of Ezra Miller. Because we've talked about that before and how I wasn't going to see it in theaters because, like, again, I'm not like a cancel culture kind of guy. Maybe I am on this one, but
problematic.
Yeah, I didn't want to
main
support
actor and I mean, like, just news being what it is, sure,
right.
But like removing all of that.
So I'm going to try my best to just give it a quick, honest review.
Sure.
It was okay at best, man. Like a C- is about as high as I could give it.
Okay.
Whoever said that, it's the greatest superhero movie of all time in the pre-release and stuff, and apparently had a really good cinema score. I don't know, man. It seems like some stirred up money thrown by the studios to try to salvage what they can, which didn't really work.
A few plants in the
in
the mix.
It's what it smells like to me. It was okay at best. Before again my opinion of Ezra Miller withstanding, I never thought that they did a good job as Barry Allen.
Right.
In the first place.
Right.
That was when I read a Barry Allen comic book, that's not what I got.
A little too neurotic, a little too
fucking unlikable just in general.
Yeah. Just sort of like anxious dork.
I don't mean this in a disparaging way. It comes across like he's very much so, and maybe he's not. Maybe this is what they're going for. I don't know. But it comes across like he's on the spectrum pretty heavily, which that doesn't mean I dislike your personality. That's not what I'm saying. But the way that they play it, it's like he's so neurotic that it just comes across as unlikable. And I get like everyone's being patient with him. But where this movie falters is okay, I'll deal with that. All right, he's a little bit neurotic. That's his character type, whatever.
Sure.
They then introduce him, who I'm just going to call Barry 2, is the younger version of himself, who's 18, and just doubles down on the unlikability of like the worst, and I mean this as a compliment, but only one character can do this, like the worst aspects of Ted Theodore Logan. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Of just if you had to deal with this dude in real life, you'd be fucking exhausted immediately.
Right. Like, he's fun, but he ain't that fun.
Fucking exhausted.
I can't take him anywhere.
Right. It's like Bill works because he has Ted and they love each other, so they can bounce things off. There's no Bill in this one. It's just fucking, it's like, what the fuck? So, and even Barry 1, the main Flash, says like, this is what people mean when they say that I'm hard to deal with. And it just goes on for like 2 more hours of him just being all over the place.
Okay.
And so he's really neurotic.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. He's comes across kind of annoying in my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. And so just again, when I read like a Barry Allen comic book, I've never seen that. You know, he's barely can talk to anyone. He's like, I guess I'll just scurry over here then. The plot, whatever, give or take it. The CGI, whatever you've heard about it, is very true. It's pretty bad CGI. It's pretty bad. And I get their excuses. Well, things look differently in the Speed Force and whatever. That's fine. You can tell where they spent their money. But like maybe don't douse it in ongoing like dozens and upon hundreds of CGI background scenes as the future and past keep changing. Like, maybe don't do that many to make them all look like shit all at once.
Maybe just don't make the CGI the focus if you're not going to spend the money on the CGI.
Or just do the relevant information. Like, I don't know, it just seems like they doubled down on having shitty CGI everywhere. It was like maybe dial it back. I don't know if it was a budget thing. I doubt it, depending on how much they spent on it. But
if you're going to spend that much money, then we spent $280 million to make the movie. What's $289 million to make sure that the fucking CGI turns out okay?
Right. I think it was like $280 million for a budget.
I may not be that far off, sir. I have a pretty good nose for these kind of things.
Yeah. So again, without like getting into the plot and everything like that,
it left you wanting. It was kind of lacking.
It just missed it in general. And
now is it a shortfall on the storytelling, on the editing, on the visuals, on the acting, like all of the above? Like,
it's a little bit of all of the above in the sense of like the premise lays in Barry Allen wants to go back. His mother dies when he's very young. His dad is framed, which I never realized. They spoon-fed me this information, and I never fucking put that together in all my years of reading it. It was like they call them Pajitsky moments. Shout out. But why Barry Allen got into being a forensic scientist is because his dad was framed, and there wasn't a proper forensic scientist to overturn the conviction. That just never dawned upon me. I thought he was like, oh, he works at a chemical lab, and that's how he got his powers, because they needed something. I was like, oh, yeah, it plays into the character. So I appreciated the movie for...
Now, granted, that is something that was retconned by Jeff Johns like a long time ago. Like,
oh, yeah.
Originally, the Flash was just like, he was a quote-unquote police scientist.
Right.
Who got doused in chemicals as they were struck by lightning and gave him his powers. Jeff Johns was the one that really rewrote the whole, like... Oh, his dad was framed for murder, and it was his mom's murder, and he always felt guilty about that, and a need to save his dad, and no matter how fast he can run, he can't change the past. But oh wait, what happens if we give him a cosmic treadmill where he can change the past?
Yeah. Well, shout out to Jeff Johns. He did some great work at DC, like historically.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not disparaging it.
I got you though. But where it faltered though, I think was just overall execution. It was just. Again, I didn't buy Ezra Miller as being like that strong of a lead. The plot really made no sense, and the fact of like, all right, I want to go back and save my mother. Okay, you do that, and in the process, you lose your powers. Okay, and you get invested in this world that means nothing to you. All right, this alternate multiversal whatever. The second he gets his powers back, he should have just been like, oh yeah, I should probably undo what I did.
Right.
Which, okay, I'm on board for that, but then it just goes on and on for like longer, and then he finally comes to the realization, yeah, there's some things you just can't change, and I think my mom dying is just one of those things. Like, all right. Like, so it's like he admits like
a 2.5 hour movie just to have no resolution at the end.
It felt like when you watch a show and you're captivated by it, and then in the end you're like, but it was all a dream. And you're like, it wasn't that, but it felt like that. Like, these consequences don't matter because at any point you can just bail. You can go, going back to my world.
Right.
Like,
right.
I screwed that one up. Like, and so it's kind of comes to the point of that, and so it just felt inconsequential, as it were.
Yeah.
And
that's always kind of been my problem with time travel movies is that like at some point you reach the station where you can just be like, oh well, I know. All I got to do is travel back in time to stop me from fucking this up, or travel back in time to give myself the idea to change the past for the better.
Right.
Like it becomes it's just you're finagling the margins. Like you're getting it 99.999999999% right, and then you go back and you get 99.99999999999% right.
Right. No, it's very much so that, but. Yeah, and here's the thing, and I'll be 100% real. I'll just give them the time travel. I'll just be like, cool, it works. Whatever, whatever you say.
Whatever, yeah.
I don't want to argue with it. It doesn't make sense.
Them's the rules.
But cool, I'll just give you that, much like I did Christopher Nolan in Tenet. Like, cool, I'll give it to you. But it still just was like, again, it just felt inconsequential. And the whole point of like Barry 2, the younger version, was like, no, I can save him. And then he just made shit worse. Point being. The only thing I really did appreciate is there's some really cool Batman sequences. The opening one, there's Ben Affleck. Batman's in it.
Cool.
And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the fucking trailer, Michael Keaton Batman's in it.
What?
And he busts ass, man. Yeah. They hit a really cool scene. The director, Andy Muschietti, who did the It movies as well. They ride in the bat plane, or the Batwing.
Okay.
And of course they hit the classic scene where it flies into they shoot a shot where it's lower than it, and
it comes up through the clouds and goes up over the moon and forms the bat signal.
Kind of. It shoots low, and then you see the underneath of the plane kind of reflecting in the full moon, and it's the same shot, just shot a different way.
Okay.
So he knows what he's doing in terms of giving the audience what he wants. And it's fun to see Michael Keaton as Batman.
Always.
It's a lot of fun. You get to see CGI Nick Cage Superman fight a spider for about 10 seconds. So that's fun. Michael Keaton does a good job. I like the way, to go back to their science of how they explain things. They kind of take, I'll call it a jab. A little bit of a jab at Marvel.
Okay.
When he's explaining the multiverse, he says, in other movies, he does a straight line with spaghetti noodles. He goes, all right, this is your spaghetti noodle, and this is time. All right, let's just call it linear. He said, in other movies, whatever you go back to that point in time, it branches into a new one, and it makes like a Y shape with the noodles.
Sure.
He goes, what actually happens is, because Barry Allen's question was like, how are you an older Batman when I didn't go back in time to before you were born? I didn't fuck with that at all.
Right.
And what he does, and it's Michael.
You don't look like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, you don't look like him. You don't, and so I like the way they explain it, and I'm trying to do it best on an audio podcast. It's very much so, Michael brought up earlier, like Star Trek, where they just give you a simple analogy. So what he does, he goes, how it actually works is, instead of it being a Y shape where it branches into a new one, what it is, and he kind of says, here's your point, and he holds it down right there, and he takes
two spaghetti noodles.
Yeah, well, he holds one there. He says, here's your point, and he holds it there. He goes, what actually happens is this is the point in time. This is your fulcrum, and he uses the spaghetti noodles, the dry ones, and just makes an X. So he goes, so not only did you change the future, your past is on an entirely different path too.
Sure.
And I like the analogy he said, and this is just one set. And you think this is easy to understand, and he's boiling noodles as he's talking to him. He goes, what it really is, and he dumps all these boiled noodles into a bowl. He's like, each one of these is bound to intersect at different places. Each one of them spreads out in different places.
Right.
Many of them will follow the same path for quite a lot of time, but then will branch in a different way.
Nice.
And he's like, and ultimately, this is your multiverse. And the way that it was explained in that moment kind of gave me like a good for you for separating yourself from Marvel, just in the way of we're explaining how the multiverse works.
Sure.
So, and I appreciate writers that they could have just go, well, this is how it works. You gave me the line, and we've talked about it a million times. Give me the line of dialogue that explains it, and we're cool. I don't even have to buy it.
Right.
You fucking made the attempt.
It doesn't matter how complicated the science is. Like, you could be talking about thermodynamics or multiverses or alternate realities or quantum physics. As long as you can dumb it down into a singular line of, well, the science, the complicated science that I'm trying to talk about is actually so simple as to be explained by this.
Right.
And as long as you give me that, I'm willing to buy whatever the science is. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you dumb it down into layman's terms, like, oh, well, it turns out that time travel is just like a big pot of spaghetti, or, multiverse is like a big ball of yarn that's constantly fraying, or
and it goes more than just this explaining science. It's anything in movies when you're like, oh, I didn't know he could do that, and then all it takes is one person to go, your powers are evolving, they're going to be changing as you grow with them. All right,
sure,
cool.
Right, yeah.
I don't have to buy that shit at all,
right.
But I appreciate the writer for giving me that just to go,
right.
Well, there we go. There's your reason.
We're building off of what you already know, and now we're going to go explore this whole branch that is heretofore undeveloped, and see how superhero deals with that.
And you just gave me a line of dialogue to get there. Again, I don't have to buy the line of dialogue. I could be like, that's the dumbest fucking reason ever. You still gave it to me.
But I understand it.
Yep,
right,
there we go. So.
According to the rules that you've laid down in your movie, here's where we're going.
He's going to be doing shit that they didn't explain thus far because his sensei teacher said, your powers are evolving. You're going to be doing new things. Oh, he couldn't fly earlier. Now, when there's a damsel in distress, he can magically fly to save her. That's convenient. It's like, fucking just give me the plot armor.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. Like, so that's all you're really looking for in an action movie or a superhero movie, or even like just progressive enough to like, oh, he's going to get revenge for his murdered family, and now he found the weapons, and then he used the weapons to track down the second in command, and now the second in command is going to reveal where the big boss is, and now I have to go find the big boss, but he's not there, so now I have to go find out where he really is, or like,
just spoon feed me.
Yeah, just Just tell me how I'm supposed to feel about this movie.
Exactly. So I would, I know I gave it an actual grade earlier, so I retract that. I would give it, a suit stuffed in the ring that doesn't really make any sense. I mean, historically in the comics.
Sure.
They're like, it compresses, even in the comic books, like, it compresses against the air and expands. Like, fuck up out of here. It doesn't really make any sense. But you're like, comic books, whatever.
So that was a science that didn't work?
Yeah, anyways. The last thing I watched, and I'll make it pretty quick because I'm more interested in the question I posed you for it.
Sure.
It was International Movie Day this previous Sunday. So
Sure.
all tickets across Fandango were all $4. And boy, let me tell you something. I went to go see The Meg 2, The Trench. And this brought out a demographic of people, man. It was just crazy, dude. Like, and it was just young people. Like, I think like high schoolers and middle schoolers everywhere got $4 to take their little brothers and sisters and get out of the house from their mom.
It's cheap as fuck. It's the last day before summer or the last week before summer officially ends. It's hot as fuck. There's a hurricane coming. Like, go see a movie for $4.
Yeah, and so like it was fucking just, and I've tried my best to understand. Like, I've been that age before. I've done silly shit. I was an adult and would get hammered in the theater, so I mostly did it quietly. Not always though. Yeah. So I tried to be as understanding.
I refer you to Snakes on the Plane 2000.
Oh, I never saw that in theaters.
Was that not you?
No, it wasn't me. No, it was probably Bootsy.
Oh, I got called out in the theater for being quote unquote too loud at a midnight showing of Snakes on a Plane. I might have been inebriated and been a little bit loud, but also it's a midnight showing of Snakes on a Plane. Fuck you.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, no, it brought out a certain demographic of people, man. And I don't mean that like racially or anything like that. I just mean it was like young people with, and dude, they talked the entire fucking movie. And not just at the movie like, oh, don't go in there. I just mean carried on full motherfucking conversations the entire time.
So then, I was talking to Jane, and she was like, but I don't want to do it. And I was like, but you should do it. And then I was like, but nah, I don't want to do it. And then Chris came in, like, I don't know if you know Chris, like, that's my cousin's best friend's boyfriend's cousin.
Exactly. And the whole time, it's a fucking Statham shark movie going on. And, like, there was pitter-patter of the stairs up and down. It was wild, man.
Just young kids just running wild.
It was fucking like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm all pepped up on Mountain Dew.
100%, bro. Like, yeah, it was one of the most unique experiences I've had at the movie theater. And I'll say this: if I spent that $4 and it was a movie that I genuinely cared about. Like, the reason why I went to go see The Meg was like, what's something that you want to see, but you don't really want to pay the $15 for?
Sure.
The Meg 2 is a perfect category.
Right,
like Mortal Kombat 2.
Jason Statham punches a shark again.
Right. So you get where I was going with it. But, man, it was fucking wild, though. And if it was a movie I cared about, like if I would have paid that $4 and expected to see Oppenheimer or shit like that, I would have gotten my $4 back within the first 15 minutes. Like, dead serious. It was fucking so distracting.
Motherfuckers just bringing out the big purse with the tinfoil wrap fried chicken and the coleslaw. Like, y'all get some sides now.
Yeah, it was wild, bro. I haven't been to a theater like that since Movies 8 back in the day.
Motherfucker just in the back smoking a big-ass blunt.
Yes, absolutely. So, I'll say just real quick about it, man. I enjoyed the movie. It's definitely built for an international market. Apparently, the first one did really well in China.
Yeah, they had a lot of Chinese actors, and
this one too. You can tell it's. I think even in the credits it says like built or produced by China Movie Co. or whatever the fuck it is. It says something like China Movie something.
I want to make a joke so bad.
I
won't.
We've already tiptoed enough today. So it has like a big international appeal, and I didn't really fuck with the movie when they were actually in the trench, like in submarines and stuff like that.
Okay.
When it ramped up was when all the Megs and all the creatures from the trench.
Wait, when you say all the Megs, as in multiple Megs?
Oi. There's more than one Meg, isn't it? Isn't it? That's right.
Oh, you told me there's more than one big-ass shark.
One big shark. No.
Last time, I had to crawl out from a shark's belly. I had to karate kick my way outside a shark's mouth.
Yeah, it's the same shit, though. But no, there's...
I love that our Jason Statham was just Michael Caine, but like in an action movie.
Pretty much. That's the best you're getting. So,
this shark had testicles the size of a tangerine.
Right. But no, the first half of the movie is spent underwater, and it's like tension because they're fighting against other humans. And then right when havoc breaks loose, because they're fighting greed, whatever.
They're fighting greed?
Pretty much. Some companies going down there mining shit out of the trench.
There's an underwater battle with greed?
Pretty much. Pretty much. No, some companies mining the trench.
I'm gonna pop this Monopoly right in the mouth, ain't I?
He would love to. He is an eco-terrorist. But no, so ultimately, point being, that part is kind of like, I don't really give a shit.
Sure.
And then right when all the Megs and all the other creatures from the trench come to the surface world,
okay,
and then they go to what they call Fun Island, really on the nose thing. It's a tourist trap island.
Okay.
So there's like, scooter or like jet skis and people like on inner tubes just floating about.
Yeah. The lazy river, the
dude.
tide pool. Wait, so is this just Jaws 3? Where like...
No. They don't go into that, but they just, point being, they give them cannon fodder at this point.
Right.
Then the movie ramps up. That's when Jason Statham
the body count just starts racking up.
Then I was all on board because then Jason Statham fights 3 sharks on a jet ski.
Nice.
And when one emerges out of the water, he like gets launched in the air but does a barrel roll and lands it and then still takes off. And I was like, this is what the fuck I signed up for.
That's right.
This is how you make.
Now, how long before they get into that?
It was like a fucking hour, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Out of an hour and 20-minute movie?
It was like, I don't know how long. I think it was like an hour and 55 minutes or something.
Okay. So
they,
just under, but...
Yeah, it was just about the halfway mark.
Okay. Still too long to be getting Jason Statham fighting sharks.
Yeah, he fights dudes in it. And like the technology makes no sense. They can go to the bottom of the ocean in the Marianas Trench in like an exosuit. And you're like, once again, cool, whatever, I'll buy the technology. It makes no sense whatsoever. So yeah, it was interesting to say the least. And I'm glad I didn't pay full price for it, but I would recommend it to the second half and then just watch Jason Statham fight trench monsters and octopus and
fuck yes,
and fucking dinosaurs somehow show up.
What?
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
Jason Statham fights a dinosaur?
He doesn't, but his crew does.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, just fast forward to the second half. You'll be on. You'll love every second of it then. But no, I wanted to ask you though, with the question I had posing all that, I'll give the Meg. What do I want to give this?
One more shark, isn't it?
I'll give it the bells of the Cockney Tower and a couple, isn't it? Isn't it? What's this then?
Oh, what's this then?
What are...
Fuck, I'm good.
I was going to ask you, what is your favorite movie-going experience and what is your least favorite movie-going experience? And it doesn't have anything to do with the movie necessarily. Not like, when I saw this in the theater, I was blown away by it. Just in terms of like... Because I can give you my best probably, too.
It sounds like you gave me your worst so far.
I don't know if that was my worst, but that was up there. That was the most unique. Again, if it would have been a movie I actually cared about, that was like, oh man, it's important that we're building suspense, so this shit is quiet right now. Like, no, I couldn't have done it. Or like Oppenheimer, where it's a really talking heads piece. Like, nah.
Like, they're doing the bomb countdown. It goes 3, 2, 1, and some motherfucker just goes...
Yeah.
Be like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, there was motherfuckers taking selfies on. Like, it was.
I hate that. That is... I
mean, standing up, like, against... Like, it was wild, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but I was going to say, that was one of my most unique experiences. There was a time where just this person just would not get off their phone. That was pretty bad, but this one was probably the most unique and difficult to sit through. I would say my best was when I saw the movie Battlefield Earth.
Okay.
There's one other one I'll tell you later. That was this between these two. This was my first time going into a theater at AMC when it had opened. Pretty new, and there was no one there. Mm-hmm. And my friend John Shuck and I went, and we were just like, "Fuck it, let's go see something." We were just like Battlefield Earth. We sneak in. There's no one there. I mean, like, not an attendant shows in. There was nobody in the projector room. Like, nobody was watching this piece of shit. So we just sat...
And rightly so.
Yeah. Oh, rightly so. So we just had snuck in, like, a 32-ounce beer and had, like, a fat blunt. And we just sat there and, at, like... I don't remember. We were pretty young at the time. We just sat there and got loose and fucking puffed a full fucking... Not vaping, I mean a full fucking J. Yeah, got our minds right while we watched Battlefield Earth. Nobody said anything. No one... There was zero consequence. We got it. We're like, that was terrible. But like, we just sat there and chat and kicked it. Like we were at the house. Hey. That was a top a top experience and the time I got fully laid, not just a little bit of movie fellatio.
You're talking like full business.
Yeah, the full business in a movie theater. It was 21 Bridges was the movie with Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman movie. 21 Bridges. I will love that movie going experience for life, and I will love that movie for life for that reason.
I'm sure that was a bonding experience for you and Mom.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to go with a what's his name situation. Well, fair enough. It's a good one. See, I was just curious what your best and worst were, man.
So, my best I can definitely say was I went and saw Jaws. I want to say it was the 45th anniversary of Jaws, and they had re-released it in theaters over July 4th.
Oh, wow.
And went and saw that with a girl I was dating at the time who was, we were like seriously involved at that point. And I had seen that movie so many times by myself and with friends and with, like in controlled environments. But seeing one of my favorite movies on the big screen with a live like crowd and like an enthusiastic crowd, like they weren't there to make fun of it, they weren't there to like heckle it. It wasn't like a mystery science theater thing. It was like everyone was there to enjoy Jaws, and there were moments that like we all still were genuinely shocked, like when the head floats out from the sunken boat when Hooper's down below, like. And I had completely forgotten that was a thing that happened. Like, as many times as I've seen it, I was so caught up in the moment and so caught up in, like, the energy of the theater that I completely forgot that it happened. So when it happened, I was completely terrified.
Well, it did the thing that we've talked about, or that I've talked about before, when I brought it up with the movie The Soloist and stuff. When a movie transports you somewhere.
Yes.
And in that moment. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That fucking
like,
gave me goosebumps to hear you talk about.
Seeing one of my favorite movies on the big screen for the first time ever with a live audience was phenomenal. It was and especially being with somebody that I really cared about, and we had seen this movie so many times together, and like just seeing her reaction next to me, and like, when Jaws first pops out of the water, she let out like a definitive, like for real, like gasp of like exhilaration, like, oh my God, I totally forgot that happened, and like clenched my arm kind of thing, like what you want in an old school horror movie.
Hell yeah.
Like,
that sounds awesome.
You take your girl there so she can get scared and clinch up on next to you, and you can be like, oh baby, it's okay. Arm over the shoulder.
Right. Yeah, no, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, that sounds like a great time, man.
Yeah. The worst experience I've ever had was dating the same girl. Went and saw one of the Harry Potter movies in theater. I don't remember which one. I want to say it was Deathly Hallows 1, but inconsequential to the story. I had been battling the flu for about a week and a half, and kind of was at the point where I was like, I feel good enough. We could probably go see the movie, but like,
Did you shit on yourself in the theater?
Bro. Not only did I shit on myself, I shit so loud that the people next to me looked over and were like, did you just shit yourself? And I had to play it off like, no, I didn't just shit myself. Meanwhile, knowing full well, I shit myself. We had to leave.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing right in your face. I'm not trying to. I just picture you going, it's the most distinct sound. Like, did you shit yourself? Nah. Somebody just shit themselves. And you go, blame it on your girlfriend. It was her.
I should have.
This nasty bitch.
The worst part was I left because I had the moment of like, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. Went to the bathroom immediately and pulled down my shorts. I'm like, oh, this is horrible. This is a fucking like Final Destination traffic accident in my pants.
Oh, man.
I literally pulled off my underwear,
lifted up the tissue, stuffed it to the bottom, used your foot.
I shouldn't tell this, it's gonna be so bad. I literally turned a piece of like the single ply toilet paper that they have in the movie theater, just rolled up a roll of it, stuffed it in between my butt cheeks, went back to the movie, told the girl like, we gotta go. She's like, it's almost done. And I sat down and finished the fucking movie.
It said squish when he sat down too. Oh, he's a
I'm
nasty
sitting there, no underwear, a thin piece of toilet paper between my ass and disaster on this
like
seat.
Shit, bro. Oh, that's hilarious. I was gonna say, dude, that's fucking nasty. But I almost got arrested at one movie, but I'd rather be almost arrested than I was hammered, and the movie was a movie I had seen before. And I was really deep into my alcoholism.
Sure.
I'd already seen the movie, mind you.
But you paid good money.
It was Man with the Iron Fist. I'll never forget it.
Nice.
And I was trying to watch because it was the climax of the film, and so I went to go stand in the row, like where the trash cans are, like in the aisle. I was like, I'll just pee here. And right when I went to go pee, I'm like looking at the screen. I look over and one of the attendants comes in. And she goes, oh, hell nah. And I turn and I pee on the wall. And I'm like peeing on myself.
I'm peeing on her.
Oh, dude.
I'm walking up the aisles. I'm peeing on some kid's face.
Oh, dude, no. And
I piss in the popcorn bucket.
And she, apparently there was an officer right there. And she was like, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell
and so
no.
I took off out of the exit door, like, yeah, and he was like, stop now. And eventually I stopped, and my friend came and picked me up. And I didn't actually go to jail that night. I fully deserved it.
Sure.
But that was a pretty bad experience. But yeah. The fact that I had seen, and I just continued to sit there with the officer and just lie. Like, I wasn't peeing at all. And I was like,
that wasn't me.
I think you peed. I was, and eventually my friend, he was a good friend at the time. He still is, but he looked at me and just, when I'm sitting there running my mouth, he goes, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you anymore. Like, okay. I'll be talking later, though.
As soon as you're away, I'm going to be talking shit.
Yeah. I would rather that happen to me than shit on myself during Harry Potter, though, Michael.
Yeah.
But your stinking ass. It's disgusting. That's awesome, though. That's awesome.
And then, let's see. The only other bad time I had was I was watching... Matthew and I went to go see Congo. And it was one of the situations where, like, it was a barely empty theater. Like, there was people there, but not, like, it wasn't packed by any stretch of the imagination. So we sit down. We're watching the opening, the trailers, the opening credits. And then some old dude comes and sits, like, 2 seats over from us. And Matthew and I are, as the movie progresses, we're talking, we're, like, oh, that's funny, huh? Just like
making
commenting.
fun of the sign language.
Yeah, all that good stuff. And this dude leans over and is just like, oh, you guys are so funny, and starts, engaging with us and this, that, the other, and, making jokes with us, cracking wise. And so at the end of the movie, after credits roll, he's like, you guys are so much fun, and I had such a good time hanging out with you guys. You guys want to come, like, hang out at my house and swim in my pool for a little bit? And we were like, I'm so young. I'm just like, oh no, my parents would never allow that. So like, no, I'm good. And he's like, no, you don't have to tell your parents. Like, it's cool. You guys can just come hang out. Like, let me just give you my number. And I was like, yeah, cool. Like, I'll talk to my parents. He's like, yeah, maybe don't do that.
Damn, Michael.
And so like,
Michael's getting
thankfully I'm too stupid to get my asshole played with. So...
Well, he was trying to compliment you, Michael.
He was. Apparently, I was a very fuckable little boy.
Yeah.
So that was my other bad movie going. But I didn't realize it until many years later. I was like, oh, wow. I totally dodged an anal bullet on that one.
Yeah. I would still maybe borderline get molested and shit on myself and have to lie about it. Did you do that? Nah. That shit has squishing sound. Yeah.
I'm just walking, dropping streaks. Just Hershey kisses
That's
all
nasty.
down the stairs.
Oh, man. We are about out of time. We should have led with this.
Hey, we finished strong. That's what it's about.
Whatever.
It seems I have reached the end of my Kvassier and thus my truth-telling serum. So, seems like a good time to wrap up, brother.
Yeah. Wrap up, wipe up for that. For Marvelous Mike D, I'm MD3 signing out. Go watch a movie.
And talk about it with somebody that you love. Also, wipe your ass.